Happy New Year and welcome to our first weekend update of 2026. January 2nd, we are rocking and we are back to work here. Hopefully everybody's had some good downtime with holidays. They had a good New Year, good Christmas. Got to have all those fantastic celebrations and gonna hit the ground running here in 2026. It's gonna be the best year yet for you and here at Samson. Let's dive into all the great things we got going on. It's gonna kick off our year in a fantastic note. First of all, Riz Media got the idea. Real estate's rocking in the new year. We've been talking about this for a little bit. It is next Thursday, guys. Sign up now. You can get the free registration, even if you can't watch the whole day. You got the ability now to come back in and watch later because you get the replays as long as you register. So fantastic stuff. 15 sessions, 50 speakers. My panel is going to be at 3:45 p.m. But 11 to 5:30 is the schedule for the day. Lots of great stuff. Kicks off with Brian Buffini, I think either first or second. Got some great economic stuff, great AI stuff, lead building. So many fantastic classes in there. Give you some great sparks to hit the year running. So make sure you register for that on the Cardinal Nest and get the year off going. Get the year off to a good start. All right, let's dive into our weekly market report. DC Metro weekly snapshots. This is that whole DC Metro area now. Guys, it's always a little bit weird, right? Where we're talking about this time of year. So I'm comparing it to past years. Week over week, it can get a little funky, but compared to last year, it's pretty flat. 14,192 showings, 973 contracts, a few less than last year at this point. New listings, 653, a few more. Active listings. Really, we look at how much is out there. 8,200 listings active. 31% more than last year at this time. This is about where we've been sitting most of the last few months. We all anticipate that surge of new inventory probably next week, that January's, I guess when does it start? 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. That's where we should see a lot more of the inventory pop up into the marketplace and start to skew this a little bit. North Central Virginia, we've got 5% more showings than last year at this time, a few less contracts, 3.5%, 9% more listings. So all this tracks with the other one. 2,900 active inventory, 41% more than last year. Does show more inventory than last year. That's about where we've been sitting for the last couple of months. Baltimore Metro, 7%, almost 8% less showings than last year at this time. 12% less contracts, so a little bit less activity this holiday season than last year. New listings are pretty flat, 488, and then that active inventory, 5569, is 29% more than last year. It's been around 25 most of the fall and into winter here. Maryland, West Virginia Panhandle, 1495, flat on showings. A couple less contracts, a couple less listings, nothing too big there. 1,777 active inventory. That's less than 20% more inventory. This is about as low as that number's been. So we have seen a little bit of a tidying up of that inventory, that market in the Maryland, West Virginia Panhandle. Southern Maryland, smaller. We got 1,100 showings, down 11% from last year at this time. 87, 18% less contracts, but it's not a big number there. 88 new listings, up 17%, but again, not a big number there. And then 952 active inventory, about 35% more than we had last year at this time. Let's dig into our top performers from last week. Finishing the year strong, La Maurice Vinay, number 1 in volume. Great job, La Maurice. Sasha Shana, number 2. Ashley Osiname, number 3. Victoria Zhao, number 4. And Keith Min, number 5. Great job to you 5, finishing out the year strong. In transactions, a familiar face, Miss Tonga Turner, crushing at number 1. Keith Min, number 2. Sanjeev Shah, number 3. Rajiv Sharma, number 4. And Rex Thomas, number 5. Fantastic job. Our top teams for the week in volume, Shepherd Homes Group, number 1. Casey Sampson team, number 2. Bob and Rana Group, number 3. The Carolyn Young team, number 4. And Fox Homes team, number 5 for the week in volume. Got in transactions, Bob and Rana Group jump up to number 1. Shepherd Homes Group, number 2. Carol Young team, number 3. One Southfield team down in Richmond, number 4. And Fox Homes team, number 5. Good job to our teams. Now, guys, remember, these top teams and individuals for the year, Sarah just sent out the email. You've got to make sure everything's in Bright. You got to make sure everything's in the MRIS. We can't just, don't expect us to go through and find stuff that isn't in there. We're going to do our production awards based on what is in Bright, what's in MRIS. So if you need corrections, now's the time to do it. I believe we put our cutoff at January 9th. So you got 1 week to get all that in there. And then we're going to run all of our numbers, to make sure that we can do that. Our company awards start at 5 million and 10 transactions for the year, and then we kind of go up from there as far as awards go. So our award show will be in February, near the end of February. Look for those announcements soon, but we just want to make sure that all the data is in there by January 9th. So if you have questions, refer back to Sarah's email. Guys, we're going to have like 22,000 transactions that we got to go through. We can't find the ones that aren't in the MLS and try to add them in there for you. The other thing is next week we will announce our company totals for the year. So excited stuff about that. I want to give everybody a week to get everything in the MLS so that we can record that and announce those numbers. And they're going to be big numbers. Lunch and Learns. We're going to get the week off, the year off started on a high note. We got a bunch of them next week. Got a lot of opportunities in January to meet your friends out there and hopefully have them join our family. I think December was the biggest single recruiting month for me personally, as far as meeting great agents that are going to join, have already joined, or are joining in January. So many top producers. We're going to start to make a lot of announcements and all those great people, but just fantastic people. So thank you all for continuing to spread the word about Samson. It's been tremendous. I think that so many great agents and top producers now are seeing us as the best option out there and are jumping to meet with me and join our family. So you're going to see a lot more of those familiar names jumping out into our brokerage here soon. So Lunch and Learns or joinsamson.com, the best place to refer them. Remember, you do get those referral rewards. We want to reward you for spreading the news about us. Our HQ2Us, we're going to hit the ground running on Wednesday. Gaithersburg. We've got a whole new system, a whole new schedule this year. You can look for that. The email just went out today, actually. But we got a different floor plan, different schedule, got some different class in there. We're going to mix in a lot more AI this year. We're going to mix in some more lending than we've done in the past and a lot of other great stuff. So Gaithersburg, Wednesday. It's also 9 to 2. We're going to start sharp at 9 now with a broker breakfast meeting, the local broker. And then we're going to try to end more right at that 2 o'clock time frame. We've got top producer interviews. It's going to be a great new setup that we're launching. Gaithersburg the 7th, Arlington the 14th, Waldorf the 28th. So look for those HQ2Us coming up near you. And remember, you don't have to belong to those offices. You just have to drive there. Be able to drive there. Almost everybody in our footprint can get to one of those 3 offices within an hour. So we'd love to see you at HQ2Us coming up in January and then throughout our year. Our sales meeting for the month of January will be Wednesday the 21st. Hopefully the snow does not look like that when we're having the sales meeting, but circle that 9 a.m. on your calendar the 21st as well. Let's dive into our Cardinal trends to end the year here. This was our for last week. 98 contracts, not as much data obviously as we get through this Christmas time frame. West Virginia, Maryland, D.C. Black is the biggest one up there, which means lower than list price. It's a lot closer to even in that Maryland, D.C. market, 21, 33, 46. All of them had about a third or a quarter that were at list price. So, we see this isn't really different than what we've been seeing. Half or a little bit more than half of deals going under list price, some at list, and then a few going over list price that are priced well, go quickly. You can see there that, and the black in the bottom, those are the ones that take a long time. Maryland, D.C. especially, got 76% of homes took long on the market. So we're going to continue to track this. I would suspect that as the buyers and the listings come out in these first couple weeks of January, this will dramatically change. I think we're going to have a lot more influx, a lot more moving market here in January and February. But in December, this is not shocking information here. Most people getting contingencies, not a surprise. The home inspection one at the bottom there, I love to chart. 100% of people in Maryland, D.C., 73% in Virginia, 60% in West Virginia got that home inspection contingency. And then seller subsidy about 20, 32, 44, 41% across the board there. So still some homes getting that seller subsidy in there. Every single contract had a buyer rep in it, and only 5% of them had a low commission in there. So 24% got 2% commission, 61 at 2.5%, and 11 at 3%. So 72% of people got 2.5% or higher. So good stuff there. Remember to keep up the trends with us. Guys, there's always an opportunity if you want to hit that ground running. You go to the recent events, you go to our HQ2Us. Also dive into some of these great resources that we have available to you. Again, if you've got new listings coming out January, February, I would 100% have that Zillow showcase on there. I think it's a fantastic deal and a must-have for a listing agent out there for $250. All right, let's dive into our first week of the year with a full schedule of classes. Monday, I got an agent experience group session at Stafford where you can sit down, learn from our agent experience team. We've got the Monday morning weekly boost with Lynn Hamilton, always a great way to start your week. That's on Zoom. A print marketing class, 3 o'clock with Tommy. If you said 2026 is the year that you want to get into print marketing, you want to get into your postcards, you want to do your newsletters, great place to start is getting that class with Tommy and making sure you know how to do it. Tuesday, we got a Virginia contracts class with Todd and Rolf and Tyson's. Maryland Broker Beat with Kara, that's a virtual class on Tuesday morning. Keeping Current Matters webinar at 11 o'clock, that's virtual as well. And then Sky Slope Training Tuesday afternoons with Stephanie. Wednesday, we've got a Homes.com class 10 to 11, that's a virtual class. And a lead generation class 11 to 1 with Sam Hardman in Gainesville, love that. We also have our HQ2U all day in Gaithersburg on Wednesday. Look forward to seeing you all out in our beautiful Gaithersburg office. Thursday, we've got a CPA guidance class in Lake Ridge, 10 to 11 on Thursday. Then all day from 11 to 5:30, Riz Media's real estate rocking in the new year. That's your 15 sessions, 50 speakers, great day of education, great day of learning. I would love all of you to jump in there and watch those classes. Then Friday, we have an agent experience group session in Culpeper, if you're in that area, and then a Real Scout class, 11 to 12. Again, if it was print, if it was Real Scout, whatever it was, if it was Bold Trail, it was Lynn's classes, whatever it is that you decided this year I'm going to start with a bang. A lot of you, if you're not using Real Scout, you got to get in there. Get in there Friday with Stephanie and get your year off to a good start by learning a new skill. Guys, quicker update this week because where it's more of a positive. Let's go. We got lots of great things going on, but I'm just super excited for this year. I mean, we closed up the year so strong. Just so much positive momentum within our Samson family with all the education that we had, all the recruiting, all the community, all the Christmas parties, just so many good things going on. And, I got a little bit of rest over the holidays, so I was excited about that. And I'm just hitting 2026, 100 miles an hour. We've got so many good plans for you all with our team. We had a big department head meeting this weekend. We just have so much more education, so much more community stuff, so many more things we want to do this year to make Samson Properties even better than it was last year. So jump in with us. Let's all have the best year yet together. I will see you at Gaithersburg on Wednesday, and hopefully everybody will log in and see the whole Riz Media class on Thursday. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.